Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host Ryan, and on today's clip, I'm going to talk a little bit about the disappointment, the Dolphins losing last night to the Titans. The shocker. It's mainly the reason why it's a shocker is they were up 14 points with about 4 minutes to go, which we'll talk about in a second. And to be full disclosure, I tried to keep an eye on both the Packer game and the Dolphin game. And when the Dolphins got up 14 points, the Packers were in the red zone with about 2 minutes to go, right? So I was like, okay, well, I'm safe to go to the Packer game and watch how that ends and then come back to the Dolphin game to watch the ending of that. And all of a sudden, after the Packers blew their game after taking the lead, the Dolphins are down 21 to 27. I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, I went back to the game and I got to thankfully watch the last drive by both the Titans and the Dolphins, and it was a wreck. So I didn't want to record last night because I just didn't have the mental fortitude to be like, oh, let's do this. So I'm recording this morning, Tuesday morning, about 7:00 Central Time, to give you guys my thoughts on this game. And my takeaways, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Let's just get into the takeaways that I saw or want to bring out during the game. First of all, Tyreek Hill is clearly the MVP for the Dolphins. He goes out with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the offense has a hard time moving the ball throughout the entire game. I think the only touchdown in the first half, or only points, I know there was a field goal block, but the only points by the Dolphins was the interception for a touchdown by the defense. In the first half, the Dolphins didn't score a touchdown. I don't know. But Tyreek went out with 3 minutes to go in the first. He came back in the third, about 6 minutes. First of all, that should have been a horse collar tackle. I don't understand. Tua was fine. But when we were talking MVP, it's Tyreek. Tyreek should be the MVP of not just maybe the NFL, but definitely the Dolphins. And his words about like, oh, wouldn't it be great? I'd be happy if Tua won the MVP. It's not going to happen. You're too valuable, Tyreek. The second thing I took away from the game is that Tua. And we're going to hit on this until it improves, or especially when it hurts the team. He got sacked 5 times, and I'm not in the fumble exchange. I guess it was on him with the fumble in the red zone. But Tua doesn't get off his first read well, and he gets squirrely after his first read. And I'm not saying he can't do it. There's a difference between can't do it and can't do it well. He just doesn't do it well. Every time he went off his first read, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a sack, or he's going to scramble here. Like, I just knew it. Or it's an incomplete pass. It's like, it's predictable. If he can't go to his first target, he kind of like falls apart a little bit. Now, to be fair, he's been hit a lot. And I'm not trying to like say like in a lot of quarterbacks might be that way, but that's what separates like the good quarterbacks from the greats and the greats from the elites is how they handle pressure and how they perform when the moments get big. And it's just like for Tua, it's just he's not the same player when he has to go off his first read. He's just not. He's a lesser player than most other players would be going off their first read. And then it's like without Tyreek, it's hard to judge, though, in all fairness, just because, like, when you lose your best player on offense, like, it's hard to adapt to that. It just is. I don't know. Third thing, it's just I don't understand how the defense gives up 15 points in the fourth quarter after holding them to 13 points the rest of the game. I didn't see this first drive 100%. I saw highlights, but What I noticed is what people were complaining about is playing prevent defense. I don't know why defenses do that. I don't know why they go into prevent when they have been dominating the whole game. Why do you do that? Don't know. I don't know. Defense, and then the Dolphins offense gets on the field, and I did see this, but like it's the 3 and out right away. Like we don't waste any time to give the ball back to the opposition. Literally 3 and out. 8 plays, 3 and out. That's rough, guys. It's rough. And this is a rough loss for the Dolphins. They could have kept in first place in the AFC. They could have really put a stranglehold on the AFC East. And what stinks is the Dolphins won the turnover battle. They had a defensive touchdown. And they won the turnover battle. They won the time of possession. And they did this all to what is supposed to be an inferior team. And they couldn't win the game. So that's it. That's what I got. That blows my mind. It blows my mind that they lost this game. Did they take this team for granted a little bit? For sure. Yeah, they did. But that's no excuse. And, last thing I'm going to say just on the Titans side of the ball, the fact that DeAndre Hopkins couldn't find a team for the longest time in the offseason, or that a team wouldn't pay him money, that blows my mind as well. I just, he is so good. The Chiefs got to be kicking themselves. I think of the Chiefs specifically, but there's other teams that got to be like, why did we not go after this guy? He's awesome. Like the Jaguars got to be kicking themselves a little bit. Why didn't they go after DeAndre Hopkins? Like it blows my mind, but I mean, you win the turnover battle, time of possession. Yeah, you get a defensive touchdown and you can't win a game. That's pathetic. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thanks a lot. Like the video. Let me know what you thought of the game. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.